Hibernian had a tough start to the season, resulting in manager Neil Lennon departing the club in January. There was a lot of speculation as to who the new manager would be, resulting in former Leeds boss Paul Heckingbottoms being appointed. Since Heckingbottoms' appointment, Hibs have accrued 17 of 21 available points, with Heckingbottom just being named March Manager of the Month. Hibernian faced their last pre-split fixture against city rivals Hearts at Tynecastle on Sunday. To get a sense of the derby and how Heckingbottom's done since his appointment, I spoke to host of the Hibs Talk podcast, Gavin Wilson.
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange one. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about Appleton. I'd started looking into Appleton and stuff and doing a bit of research on him, and he seemed like a good candidate. But I think Heckingbottom always seemed like the sensible head. I think Appleton, there's a bit of similarities to Lennon in terms of persona and stuff. So Heckingbottom seemed like a more down-to-earth character and stuff, and a bit more of a sensible head, to say the least. So yeah, I was quite intrigued to see what he'd bring, and so far it's been brilliant. I'm a big fan of Lennon. He's no doubt about it. He's a great manager, but I think it's fair to say that the season wasn't going where it should have been for whatever reason. And Lennon's now done a great job at Celtic, but Heckingbottoms came in and he's just turned things around, given kind of a lot of players at least a new life, and there just seems to be a lot of real positivity about the place, and it's just great to see. So, and I mean, 17 points out of 21, can't complain. He was talking about this morning in the press conference. He was sort of saying how he's sort of managed before. There was a slightly different down south. He's obviously been the Barnsley manager, so I get up against Sheffield Wednesday, which is a big derby for them, and also Leeds, and then obviously he was the Leeds manager against Barnsley. So he has been in those atmospheres before, but I think there's a difference here that he was talking about. The refereeing kind of makes it a bit different. The referees let a lot more go, and it can become a bit more of a feisty game because of that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Saturday. Yeah, I think that's always a really positive thing to have. I mean, you mentioned Bartley before, David Gray, McGregor, Hanlon, Stevenson. A few of those boys are actually Hibs fans as themselves, and they've all played so many derbies now. So to have that core of the team, that can pass on the message to the new boys like McNulty and Omiyonga, but also to him and to Robbie, the assistant manager, kind of really hit home what this derby means, how we need to approach it, and yeah, so it's definitely a big, massive positive.
As we heard there from Gavin, Heckingbottom has had an absolutely fantastic start to his Hibs career, with his Manager of the Month award really capping that off. He faces his toughest test as Hibs boss as he faces up the Hearts at Tynecastle for the first Edinburgh derby during his spell at Hibernian. He'll be looking to add another positive side to his club's record in the league as they go into the next phase of the top six split, looking to add a European place to replicate last season's form. Heckingbottom will be looking to do this by drawing experience from his players who have not only experienced the Edinburgh derby as a fan but as a player. Dale Eaton, UWS News, Edinburgh.